Welcome back to Direct Credit Funding with Jason. And I've got my buddy Credit Carl here. Say hi, Carl.
What's up, everybody? Yo.
All right, well, Carl, we're going to get right into this one because we had a lot of questions on Instagram. And by the way, I want to thank...
Hey, did you peek?
Did I peek?
Did you peek at my questions?
No, I know we had a bunch of questions come in because I saw them all feeding through. I haven't seen any of your things.
You better not peek.
I don't. Why would I peek? I already know the answers. That's why I was saying thank you for sending your questions, because that's what this episode is about, is all the questions that came in. So keep asking your questions is the point of the story, Carl.
That is very true. So like and subscribe, and here we go. We're going to go. I'm glad you brought a red shirt because some of these questions had me fiery. You ready?
Boom.
What's a vendor?
A vendor is the business that sells equipment to the business owner. So the contractor that's buying a new bulldozer, they buy from the local cat dealer. That dealer is a vendor. The person that sells the equipment from business to business is a vendor.
All right, second question. And I know this answer because I actually responded back to him. How many years do you have to be in business to receive funding? I wrote him 12. Credit Carl knows.
12. Some days I wonder where you learned some of the things you learned, Carl.
It's not 12 months?
12 months? It's 2 years.
Oh, that's 24 months.
24 months.
My math didn't math. What is the most common equipment that people funded?
The most common equipment funded construction equipment, automotive equipment, and transportation equipment. Transportation equipment is vocational vehicles, bucket trucks, crane trucks, things like that, passenger vans, shuttle vans, delivery trucks, box trucks, up and including over-the-road semis.
I would have thought coffee shop machines, espresso machines, because there's so many coffee shops where we live at.
We do fund. We do have a vendor that sells espresso machines, high-end espresso machines that we fund.
Someone didn't watch our first episode, so let's answer this question.
All right, tell me.
Where did you get the inspiration to start DCF?
20 some odd years ago, I had a lot of friends that were business owners, and they had a really, really hard time finding money. And they couldn't find the money that they needed, and I ended up finding a need that business owners had a hard time accessing capital, and I knew where to find capital for them, and so I was able to connect the two of them together, and that was why I got started, is my friends that were business owners couldn't find money.
Geez, Jason, you're so smart.
Long story.
I would have never thought about that. I would have said, put on your credit.
Put on your credit card?
Yeah.
Worst thing you can do.
Don't listen to Credit Carl today.
Worst thing you can do is put it on your credit card.
I answered this question, so I hope I don't need to answer them back.
Why are you answering the question?
Because Credit Carl knows.
No, you don't.
Will the customers have to make their first payment on the loan? When will they? I said immediately on every loan.
Immediately. Actually, it's 30 days after we fund.
30?
30 days after you fund. Because we're going to set you up on a monthly payment program.
I thought you wanted to see their payment that they can make it the first time.
So when you start the loan, we take payment number 1, and then 30 days later, you make payment number 2, and 30 days later, and so on.
So I was like partially right.
Partially right.
All right. So here's the one that I didn't know. I'm still scratching my head. What is a tax lien, and can you still consider me for a loan?
A tax lien is when you owe the government money and are unable to pay it, and so the government puts a lien on you or your property, whatever the situation may be, that officially says that you owe the government money. Yes, the good news is yes. So the bad news is you have a tax lien, which is not a good situation for you, because now the government's in your pocket for a while. The good news is if you have a payment plan with the government, then yes, we can work with you. As long as you have a written copy of the payment plan with the government, yes, we will work with you.
All right, here's another one that I didn't understand. What documents are needed to be submitted by the customer and vendor for application to DCF to ensure there's no delay in the process?
Oh, okay. All right, this is a good question. I like this question. So for fastest processing, I would like to see an application, 3 months bank statements, and an invoice. Those are what I can give you. That will allow me to give you the fastest possible answer.
Do you need to see my picture ID that says McLovin?
Do not need to see your McLovin at this point in time. Eventually, yes. But in order to get you approved, because we get you approved fast and quick and easy, we're just looking for those 3 basic pieces of information. When we have you sign the documents, we will get a copy of your photo ID.
Ooh, here's another one. Credit card answer this one. How much money do I have to put down? I told them 25% of what they want.
Well, the good news for you, Carl, is we don't need anything down. We're going to do 100% financing for the purchase of your equipment that you're borrowing with direct credit funding.
Okay, so I had this question. I didn't know how to answer them, so we'll let you answer them.
Okay.
Jason, does the interest rate depend on my credit score?
Yes, your interest rate depends on your credit score. The higher your interest rate, the lower your credit score is going to be. The higher your interest rate, the higher your credit score, the better interest rate I can get.
It's
for
a
you.
tongue twister. I see why everyone
Right? I can see
has
why I
these
messed that up,
questions.
right?
Okay, I got one more question because we have a lot, and I know you're getting some phone calls. So here's my last question for you. Do you remember my nephew, little Carl? He wanted me to ask you this directly. He said, "Ask Jason this." So let me try to remember.
Okay.
It's me though asking. He's been in business for 3 years with his lawn mowing company.
Okay.
He's never used credit against his business.
Okay. So he has no business credit.
But he wants to do, we live in a mountain state, he wants to do snow removal.
Okay.
But he needs $50,000, he
Okay.
said.
Wow. Okay.
But he's never used his business credit, but he's been in business for 3 years.
Okay.
For 3 years.
Okay.
He said he has a 622 credit score.
Okay.
What did you, I told him no way that you'd give him the loan. But
Okay. Carl, great scenario, wonderful scenario, thank you. So I like everything you're saying there, and he's one that we at Direct Credit can take an extra good look at. Normally my first thought would be no, because of the 622 credit score. It's just barely 2 points above our minimum. However, I would like to take a deeper look at his personal credit report, because if his credit is clean, meaning limited slow payments, because in order to get a 622, he's had some bumps and bruises. He just has to get that low. I'd want to take a deeper look have our team look at his credit and see if he has comparable installment credit. And what that means is he's borrowed money on an installment loan, such as a car loan or a recreational vehicle loan, something like that he's borrowed money on. And then he's made a 12-month plus pay history on one of those loans for at least half the dollar amount he's trying to borrow. So you said he wants $50,000?
yes.
So as long as he has a car loan on his personal credit report, because more than likely he doesn't have any business credit, and it shows a $25,000 loan with a 12-month pay history, then yeah, I think there's a good chance we could get that funded.
And that's why Credit Karl loves DCF, is because you guys find the no's and can turn them into yeses.
That's one of our specialties. It's one of our specialties, Carl. All right. Hey, thank you all for watching this episode. We'll have more questions for you soon. You can reach us. Please keep sending your questions to Instagram. I love them. I love the thoughts, the scenarios, all the different things. I won't peek at them. I'll be surprised, and we'll have good or bad ones either way. Reach us and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can apply online. Go right to the website and apply directly. Reach us on the website at directcreditfunding.com. And call me at 888-844-7676. And we will see you next time with Jason and Credit Karl.
We're out.